Welcome to Attican Plays Railroad Corporation. All right, hi, this is Attican, and welcome to another Railroad Corporation video. I'm going to revisit Mission 6, and I'm going to hamstring myself even further. So we're going to make this even harder on ourselves and see if we can't handle it. And we're going to do that, one, just to make it more interesting, and two, it really does force you to pay attention. And I tend to play games a little too quickly and be a little sloppy, particularly when they're easy. So what we're going to do is say no passengers, no mail, because this is a big map with big cities, long lines. You could just print money with one. You connect two of these cities and have a passenger line and a mail line, and your money problems are gone. Two is no loans, so we can't have a finance department, so we're not going to have, we have some starting money here for a change, so we're going to not take any loans or issue any bonds, so that's going to slow us down because that debt can really help you get moving. It can really help you build up what you need quickly. And the third thing is we're really not going to have any debt. If we go negative, if this number right up here goes red at any point, that's it, game over, we lost. So that's going to force paying attention to our money and our income and how we're spending. Oh, and number 4, no industries. We can't own any industries. We are strictly a freight rail line. We haul freight. That's what our company does. Other companies own businesses. So we can't own any businesses, so no cool clothing central like we did on one of them here in Montgomery. No, so we're going to have to buy everything. And that means that we're going to have to really pay attention to the lobbying, because if the lobbying happened to hit us in the wrong spot at the wrong time, it could cripple us and cause us to go red, and we would lose. All right, so I know those are all kind of artificial rules. I just made them up, but just wanted to make the game a little more challenging and also force paying attention to certain aspects of it. I think it's a good way to learn the game. So if you can play it like this, that you should be prepared when the rest of the game comes out and tougher missions come out. You should be prepared and ready to go. All right, enough. So what are we going? So we got to really watch this. So we want to run the American if we possibly can, but it's $48,000, so we're going to have to see what we can do here. And we've got to come up with some way to make money right off the bat. Let's see. $110,000. Let's see. We're going to have to watch for employees too. Upkeep isn't worth the initial investment for us right now. All right, what I want to try to do, here's what we're going to do. We're going to run a line $14, that'll work, to this oil refinery. Then we're going to run a line make sure I got the right one. Yep, to this Florala oil well. $12, that'll work. All right, good. Now, oil costs $1,700. So it's going to cost us about $8,500 to. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're going to buy an American, buy 5 oil, sell it at the refinery, and go. We buy them for, what did I say, 8,500, whatever it was. We're going to sell them for 6 times 5, about a little under 30 grand. Make some good money. Then we're going to do that again. All right, now we're making money on that, and we want to start selling kerosene. It's going to cost us $7,000 a pop. 35. Oh, we're in great shape. We're in great shape. So what we're going to do here is modify the line for our train. Whoops. And let's see, 65,000. We're going to buy. We'll make more money. Yeah, we're going to buy 5 of those guys, and we're going to take them and sell them in Montgomery. Yeah, we're good. We're good. And we're going to need to service that train now. So we'll set up a service in repair shop in Montgomery and tell the train when you get there. Yeah. When you get there, sell your stuff. And we should make good money on this. Should make about 35 grand in revenue. There we go. All right. Now we don't want to be just selling to Montgomery because will drive the prices down in Montgomery on that kerosene. So we're going to go on down here and take our line. Extend it to Pensacola, and then we're going to give. I keep wanting to buy trains, and that would be an impulse for me. Just buy another train. Why not? All right, so we're going to add Florala again and Troy again, and this time we'll add Pensacola, and we're going to load, unload. Load and unload and go. Oh, and we want to tell it to go do that after you go to Florala this time and do your Pensacola run. And we need to get a law lobby office set up as quickly as we can. As soon as this one sells, we're going to set up our law lobby because we cannot. If I can tell you what would happen. Something could happen, like for example, oil. Florala sells oil for 95% more or something like that. It would be devastating. That would really hurt. Troy sells kerosene for 50% more, whatever. Those kind of things would just kill us. Oh, here we go. There's a law right there in Pensacola. So let's just slow down and see what that law is. Sells whiskey lower by 65. Oh, we would. Oh, that would be. We would love that. 65% less. All right, so it's time to get into the lobbying business. Upgrade our office. Oh, and our goal, by the way, is to complete this in the fastest bonus. the whole thing, and complete all the research on the next train, the Forney, and the one research after it to open up the next train, whatever that is. We don't know because we're just in a we don't know what that would be because we are this is the end. This is the last of the early access. Okay, there's a bunch of laws out here. What do we care about? We care about that whiskey one would be great. City buys lumber lower. We really don't want that, but yeah, we really don't want that one either. Dublin grain sells grain. Oh, we want that one too. I see 3 that we want to do. Cotton and Daytona Beach probably don't care about. Well, let me think about that. Where's Daytona Beach? It's not. Daytona Beach is not on the beach. Oh yeah, it is. It's over here on the beach. We've got an alternative Ocala. So 1, 2, 3. I see 3 we'd like to attack. So let's just go. Let's make sure we get those. We're going to expand our lobbying efforts. Up to level 3. That's going to give us 7 lobbyists, and we are going to attack grain in Dublin, whiskey in Pensacola, lumber and Moultrie. Those 3. And this grain, we absolutely want them to sell grain lower. So yes, we're going. Whoa, no, not 4. Let's see, 3. We have 7. 2, 2, and 3. So we'll put 3 on the grain in Dublin. Then the whiskey in Pensacola, we want them to sell whiskey lower. So we'll put 2 on that. And the lumber in Moultrie, we want them to, no, we do not want them to pay less for lumber. That's absurd. Of course we don't want them to do that. All right. So we're lobbying 3 things. That should protect our turf quite a bit. Hopefully nothing other. Well, these are 41 days, so we should be good. We should get all those votes before other things come along that might disturb us. So what do we got going here? We're making good money already. We've got a nice kerosene line coming along, making us money. It's time to. All right, our first goal is to deliver clothes to Pensacola. So remember, we can't own any industries. So, and we do want to get into this whiskey business. If we can buy whiskey cheaper, that means you just make more and more money on it. And look, here's a customer. And all right, so the clothing, we got textiles in Montgomery. We've got cotton down here in Cantonment or over here somewhere. I think there's one down here there in Bluntstown. And we've got a clothing factory over here in Albany. And we've got a farm that produces the leather we need up in Macon. And of course that Macon farm can make a nice profit from the meat sales as well. And that's why I cared about Dublin, because I'm looking ahead to say how we're going to put wheat into that farm. Well, right here in Dublin. So we definitely want this law. What was it? Sells grain lower. Oh, that's going to be lovely. So we'll make even more money when we bring the grain into Macon, which we are going to do, by the way. And did we do one in Columbus? Oh, we didn't touch that one. Sell weapons lower. Would love to have that one too, except that we're just not going to have enough time to get into weapons in this mission. All right, so let's 100,000. Okay, let's open that up and let's see what it's going to take for us to get a line. Ah, shoot. I want to open that. Do I? Yeah, I want to actually upgrade it 2 more times. All right, so let's see what this is going to cost. We won't. We won't be buying it, I don't think, right away, but we're going to set up a line. We'll skip Columbus. And work our way to Macon for 40,000. All right, let's let it run. Let's get another. When we get another kerosene cell, we'll build that track. Because if we build it right now and then we buy the kerosene for a lot of money, you know. I don't want to do the math that fast, but it could cut us close. But now we're in great shape because we got the kerosene. We're going to make money, really good money on that. And yeah. Now, steel. I think we're going to have to refuse that. That's the one where you bring iron and coal down here to Tallahassee, which is right there. And as long as you keep supplying and you get some benefits on the track and stuff, it's really kind of in the way right this minute. All right, so 81,000. Let's see what it's going to cost to go on out here and make this a worthwhile thing. Right now it's pretty worthless, but that's going to change quite a bit. Okay, 25,000. We'll hold off. We'll hold off until we do another sale. Where's our train? Oh, there he is. Oh, now we just did a sale. Okay, so now first thing we can do right away to make some money is we can set up a line that sells meat, and we could even throw Columbus in there. 90, 48. Where's our train? Okay. Once this train makes its purchase of kerosene here, we're going to start another train. There we go. All right, we're good now. All right. So, all right, let's go buy another train. And let's go out here and buy some of that and sell some of that and buy. No, let's make this first run. Let's just get ahead a little bit. Let's just let it run back and forth for a moment. It can make money. We'll let it do at least one to get ahead to avoid waiting. And we're about to come up on our legislation, so we'll see how we did on that. Okay, so okay, we didn't do Daytona Beach. The whiskey, we wanted it to pass. Sells lower, yes, good. And the other two looks like they failed, and I think that's what we wanted. Let's see, did we get them all? No, we only got 2 of the 3, so something, we missed something. We're not going to like something that happened to us. Moultrie, there's no law, that's good. Where was the other one? I don't remember. I don't see any laws that are going to hurt us, so okay. And do we care about Daytona Beach cotton? We don't care about. Oh, these are the past ones. Waiting. Passengers don't affect us at all, so we'll hold off on that. All right, so now we've got this second train. We've got a preload in the farm. So now we can say, okay, why don't you load load 6 meat and sell 3 of them in Montgomery and get your service, and then sell 3 of them in Macon. And yes, Macon will automatically consume meat. But the problem is, when it does, it will, we don't get any money for it because we don't own that factory. Buying the meat. And you can see how Macon has probably consumed some of this meat. You know, it has, because it's consumed like 5 of them, because the leather's up to 6 and the meat's 0 because we're loading it up. Never mind. Well, there's a 6 and a 5, so Macon has consumed one of the meat automatically. Or directly, but we didn't get any money for it, so, you know, we want the money. So what we're going to do is take the meat, go to Montgomery and sell half of it, and then come back and sell the other half to Macon, and we'll make the money for it that way. We'll sell it to the city hall, not the farm. Okay. Now, see what. Make sure there are no laws out here. We care about passenger Columbus wood. Oh, very much care about this. Cantonment is really our next stop, and they're saying they want to sell cotton higher by 60%, and we're saying no, you do not. You do not want to do that. And sells meat lower in Statesboro. Where is that? That's too far away for us to deal with. Wood in Brunswick. Where is that? Do we care about that one? No, I don't think we care about that one. Buys wood lower. Buys wood lower. Tell you what we're going to do. It's only 46 days. We're going to say no, we do not want you to buy wood lower. Okay. So our lobbyists are out there making the world safe for capitalism. And 137. Okay. It's time to get in the clothing business. So the first thing we want to do is start running cotton up to our textiles. And we're lobbying that law, so they're not going to mess us up, we hope. All right. Let's come out of this side. And we will buy a train. And we'll go down here to cantonment or cantonment, whatever it is. 2, 4, 6, 8. We'll run 8 cotton and sell them to this textile factory and get our service. And go. And what we're going to do here, we've got 3 trains coming in here now, so we're going to make sure that we have enough filling stations to keep them moving and enough repair shops to repair them. And yeah, these are cheap. We're going to make those filling stations go fast, and we're going to make our maintenance go fast. All right, now that was a lot of money. Hopefully I didn't just overdo it. So here comes our cotton in. Makes good money for us. Now we can only do this really a couple of times. So what we need now is we need a customer for those textiles, or our cotton business will dry up, but that's okay because that's exactly where we want to go next. We want to go out to $25,000, that works. And go. And I think for now to 141,000. Oh shoot, 141,000. We can afford it. All right, that law in cantonment failed, so they're not going to raise their prices. That's a good deal. Good job, lobbying department. It's probably the only one we influence. We need one more to have that task closed, but we need to keep on it all the time, at least for a while. And there's a point where we'll have enough money. We're not going to, I'm no doubt we'll get sloppy, but I'm trying not to. All right, so can we afford it? What's textiles going to cost us? 7 times 8, 56,000, and a train is 48. That's 100. We are close to being out. You know what? We could just run the same train. Now let's do it one time. We'll do this train right here. We're going to say load 8 textiles. sell them in Albany. And we didn't need to do that. We got plenty of money. Because T1's already gotten his nice high payoff stuff. All right, let's take a look at the lobby again. Okay, nothing waiting. There's nothing we can do right now. So. All right. So what we're going to do now is repurpose this guy. We're going to have this guy doing a very specific thing. Right now, he's going to unload in Albany. So what we want him to do from now on is just buy and sell the textiles, since he's already out there. And then we're going to buy another train and let that train take up our cotton route. All right. So we've got cotton coming in, we've got textiles going out, we're selling meat, Macon and Montgomery, we're selling kerosene in Montgomery and Pensacola. What else we got going on here? Do we need more money? Let's see what it would cost us to get this the other side of our clothing going. We'll come up right along the river here. And then we want to expand this station to give us another line. And we really want this line to be on the outside. So let's our money's racking up pretty well now. Okay, so let's get another train, and this train is going to go grab more wheat, sell it at the farm, then it's going to grab leather, sell it to the clothes factory. It's going to optionally grab a couple of clothes and sell those in Macon. And apply. And we're going to need repairs somewhere. Let me think. Albany or Macon? We're about done with Macon, I think. So let's put... We may be done here too. We'll put repairs in Albany, and our last little train here will get its repairs done in Albany. All right. There it goes. It's just waiting on a clear track. Off it goes to do its thing and make us more money. And we should have a full-blown clothing industry at this point, at least in terms of production. We've got We've got the textiles. We'll soon have the leather. So what we want to do now is set up a way to move that clothing around. So what we're going to do, we're going to put a warehouse in Montgomery. Are we? Well, I just bought that. Shoot. I think I just wasted $10,000 because I'm having a second thought. And what's wrong with this guy? Oh, that's okay, I think. Shoot, do I want to use a warehouse? No, I don't. Not really. All right, I just wasted $10,000. All right, we're going to run a line that's going to say, go up here and get a clothing. Get your service. Then take 2 of them and sell them in Montgomery. Crap, I'm not ready for that. Well, yeah, I could go down that one. Yeah. All right. Start over. Pick up 8 clothing. Sell 2 of them in Montgomery. And get your service in Montgomery at our superstation. And then go down here and unload everything against the contract. And I'm going to say, optionally, sell them in Montgomery in case Montgomery. What am I saying? In case Montgomery, in case we glut them with clothing, which we won't, but it really doesn't matter. All right, so go. Oh, and I didn't even. Yeah. That's good. Oh, now what I thought about doing. Now I know why I wanted the warehouse. I'm not as dumb as I sound. All right, I do want the warehouse, and I do want to load the warehouse with clothing because I'm looking ahead to have a whiskey business. You'll see. Be easier to show you than to try to explain it. Now we're going to be buying clothing. Clothing costs 20 grand a pop. So you got to have a pretty strong little economy going when you get into the point where you're buying clothing, particularly to buy 8 of them. But as you can see, we have a strong economy. Okay, new legislation. All right, okay, here you go. Lubricants in Troy. Sell lubricants lower. Oh, yes, we want that. Oil in Florala. Sell oil. Yes, we want that. Cotton, Daytona, we don't care. Passengers in Albany, we don't care. So we definitely want these 2. And we certainly would like those lubricants sold. So let's say we want them to sell lubricants lower. Bless you, government interference. And let's say sell oil lower. We definitely want you to do that. So boom, go get that. Go get those guys. If we get those 2, then this line here just becomes a money-making machine. And well, it already is. It becomes a tremendous machine. All right, so that almost takes care of our clothing business. Almost. But let's finish off what I was going to do here. Nah, you know what? I'm still not there. Still not there. Now, what's going to happen is this T6. I think that's our clothing. Yeah, T6 is going to go over here. Then it's going to come down to Pensacola. And it's going to be deadheading. Is there anything we could have it do? let's not worry about it. I mean, I was thinking about, well, how are we looking here? Yeah, what it could do actually, just since it's kind of on the way, what we can have it do is do a quick load of oil and a cell in to the oil refinery, but it doesn't have to go any further with it. So we'll just apply that, and then that shows me that we need one more thing. If I'm not going to change the track or build a special line for it, we need to be able to come out of here and get over here. There we go. All right, so our clothing line might as well make some extra money by selling some oil. All right, so we have a highly profitable clothing business. We have a profitable meat business. And when I say meat, I mean the buying and selling of meat. That's the unusual thing about the game mechanic here. We don't really get paid for shipping anything. If you think about it, we're not being paid freight. Now that's for the freight. Now passengers and mail are more like, quote, real, unquote, because passengers and mail are, you don't buy the passengers, you just pick them up and you charge them ticket fare for however long you took them, you know, the distance you carry them to some other destination. Same thing with the mail. But the freight, particularly when you don't own the industry, we're actually buying and selling goods. So we're really merchants. We're not really a rail line. We're merchants. We are buying goods at one price. We're kind of like wholesalers, I guess. We're buying goods in one spot for a price, and then we're taking them somewhere else. So we're adding the service of moving them somewhere. But when we move them somewhere, we're getting paid for the value of the product, not for the value of the moving. So it's an interesting mechanic because it's certainly not real world, but it certainly does work, and we're certainly taking advantage of it. All right, so we've got our clothing business set up. Let's stop right here on this video. That, I promise you, that clothing is in great shape right now. It'll hum. And the one thing we'd want to look at here is probably we could double track this line through here, or we could just double track this part and build a special line to allow that train to run faster down to Pensacola. But speed is not, it matters, but yeah, I think we're just going to leave it like it is right now. It'll work just fine. These trains are pretty fast. There's a short distance here, you know, where you're going to have trains that might have to wait until a train gets through that section, but not a big deal. And of course, when they're going the same way, they can just follow each other, so that's cool. And I want to know why there are two trains down here. Have I goofed up? Yes, I have. Okay, this train here, I must not have hit apply when I was changing it. So it's got a bunch of cotton. We're going to have to stay and watch it. After it drops off the cotton in Montgomery, and fortunately there's enough room for it. And see, that's a goof because we're piling stuff up here. All right, so pause. So T3. Okay, let's let it finish unloading. Oh, it can't unload. See, that's a goof. Wow. Glad I saw that. I guess I didn't hit apply when I was making my changes. So this guy is going to load textiles and then sell them. And this is where I was saying I was going to use the warehouse to make him so he's not deadheading. And that's a better design, isn't it? So he's not deadheading. What we'll do is put a warehouse here, and he will load the clothing. He'll bring clothing back from Albany and load it into a warehouse. Then we'll have a train that just runs back and forth between Montgomery, taking clothes down to Pensacola and bringing whiskey back. But right now it won't have any whiskey to bring back, so it kind of doesn't matter. Let me hit apply. There we go. Now we fix that because, see, we're full of cotton, so this guy can't even run, so he's just wasting money right now. More good laws. There's nothing to wait on. What's that? They're voting on whiskey lower by 65%. Thought we already. Oh, well, we have lobbyists, lubricants. Oh, I'm sorry. These are accepted laws. So we got our lower price for the lubricants, and we got our lower price for the oil. Outstanding. Nothing's waiting for a vote. All right, let's wrap up this episode right here. We're in great shape. Got a really profitable, like I said, profitable meat, profitable kerosene, profitable clothes. We're selling cotton. We're selling textiles. We're selling leather. We're selling wheat. Looking good. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player, and I hope you'll join us for our next Railroad Corporation video. Thank you.